All right, so as we record it, I'm going to try to bring it to our wall on Facebook so that our sisters can see it and join in with our call. So the call today is called Default to Discipline. And the truth of the matter is they couldn't be further apart than what they are. All right, let's see if it works. Let's see. Maybe some of you are going to go live on Facebook as well. It doesn't look like it's working again. Let's see if it can go on my regular timeline and happen. Now that one might be working. Okay, that one is working. For some reason, it did not work when we went to our group. So we are just going to take this straight on live to Facebook. And I'm going to go ahead and activate my Facebook so I can jump in and see that one as well. So welcome everybody. I am Becca T-Bun. I am the creator of PowHERbands, a 39-year veteran in the health and fitness industry. I was born on the other side of wellness and found at 19 that I could take back my own well-being. Born with chronic congenital issues with my pulmonary, my digestive, and my skeletal. And who knew that I could take it back? All I knew is at 19, I was done taking all these medications. And when the University of Florida track coach and fitness coach started talking to me about food and healing my gut and making me feel better and my constipation issues, I went and got a job at GNC to learn more about herbology, supplementation, essential oils, and healing myself. Not going into the health industry was not a choice. It was not a matter of chance. It was a matter of choice. And I needed to heal myself because with the ailments that were in my spine, it was potential that I wouldn't even be able to walk at this age. So I am walking. I do adventure races. I'm very active, and I have maintained a strong muscular physique from the time I was 7 years old. Today's conversation does have a lot to do with that because we're going to be talking about defaulting to discipline and what does that look like, because I had to have discipline in my life. I was disciplined not just for behavior reasons, but for behavior reasons. I was disciplined in everything that I had to do because I had consequences. If I ate something wrong, yeah, my discipline was to give me some medication. If I wasn't feeling well, my discipline, my result was to stay at home. I missed 20% of my elementary school years because I was sick most of the time. What I learned at 19 and what I call today my active learning is so different, but it started when I was 19. And now I call it habits, I call it actions, I call them patterns. We can see those things that are in our life that are actions, that are patterns, that either support us or actually hurt us. And so what I want you to do today is to first and foremost, just get out your pen and paper without judgment, without any criticism, without critiquing yourself. I want you to take note of some of the things that are showing up in your life and how they either support you or quite the opposite, how they're not supporting you. All right, so what I want to do is first kind of define what is discipline and what is a default. So discipline when it overtakes default, what that means is that you're thinking and you're acting with a discipline, with a driving force rather than a default driver. A default driver is where you are in those things that you don't want to happen, right? But they're comfortable. That you default back to something simply because you're familiar with it. Because you're afraid that you might fail. There's so many reasons why we don't succeed in taking over our defaults. There's 13 science-based, and that's another conversation. But what I do want you to just realize right now is, Are you in default or are you in discipline when it comes to your health, your well-being, your workouts, your eating, your thinking? Are you in default? Are you in discipline? So discipline is a core practice of training. You have to train to be disciplined. Yeah, some of us are more disciplined than others, but it doesn't necessarily, it's not something that can't be learned. So if you're thinking, I have no discipline, if you're one of those people who have told me, Becca, I can't do your course because I'm not disciplined, I won't show up. I want to say, F that. That's not true. You haven't shown up to other things because either they weren't motivating, you didn't like it, you weren't comfortable in it, it took up some time for you, or it cost money, or you thought you wouldn't stay with it because you haven't stayed with other things. That's why you defaulted into that. Everybody has the capability of being more disciplined. So the unfortunate fact is that most people behave in a default-driven way, and they don't even realize it. So here is the truth serum for you. If you're not hitting your goals, you're hitting default. So let's talk about how to get to discipline, all right? Let's talk about it. Choosing discipline driver over the default driver is a one-time decision. It's a one-time decision. When I decided that I wanted to go into bodybuilding at age 49 again, and I was gonna give up champagne and desserts and whatever else it was a one-time decision. I knew when I got on that stage, I wanted to feel strong, I wanted to be proud, I wanted to look good, I wanted to be the best I could be. So the question, the decision is, do you want to be the best you can be? Yes or no? Raise your hand if you are on my Zoom call, if you want to be the best you can be. It's an easy decision. Like, who's not raising their hand out there on Facebook land? The answer is unequivocally yes. Right, Debbie? Right, Alita? Right, Shannon? Right, Gina? Who doesn't want to be the best they can be? I know anybody who I know wants to be the best they can be. Now, why aren't we? Well, that's the million-dollar question that we're going to answer today. I'm going to give you the answers. I'm going to give you solutions. Does that sound good? Do you want to know why and how? Yeah, we're here to talk about the why and the how. So choosing to be a discipline over a default-driven person is a one-time decision. And it is, though, an everyday decision. Get out your reset sticky note, make it and write down, I am discipline driven. I am discipline driven. Cross out default driven. Cross out default driven. You are no longer poof. I grant you all 100%. Where's my wand? I don't have a wand, but I'll get a magic marker. Bam, you are knighted discipline-driven people. If you rose your hand and you said yes, then the answer is yes. The answer is yes. And here's what we're going to do. So this is the essence of a daily, everyday choice. Choice. It comes down to choice. Discipline is choice in your behaviors. It's discipline, it's choice in your actions. It's discipline, it's choice in your habits. Discipline is choice. Choice is discipline. Now, going back to Genesis, the first page, we were given choice. Was that a good thing or a bad thing? For some things, it could be a really hard thing. I get it. I get it. An apple over an oozing volcano chocolate, whatever it is. Which one are you going to choose? Hey, you know what? If you usually choose an apple, go have that oozing decadent chocolate thing. But if you're always choosing oozing decadent chocolate, or you're always choosing 3 glasses of wine at the end of the day, yeah, you're not going to hit your goals. Your fitness goals, your health goals, you're not going to hit them. So if you've made the decision, which I know you all did, to hit your goals, here's what we're going to do. We're going to take control of the things that we can, and we're going to let God take control of the things that we can't. I'm done. That's it. That's all I have for you. No, that's not all I have for you. But that's the essence. That's the essence. Take control of the things you can, and let God take control of the things you can't. Now, you can take control of an apple over an oozing chocolate decadent lava cake? Yes or yes? Yes. And the best thing to do, if you sit at a luncheon, does anybody go to luncheons anymore? And they have that oozing chocolate cake right in front of you when you sit down, you ask the waiter to take it. Don't leave it in front of you, letting that smell and aroma just haunt you. We don't take an alcoholic to a bar, and we don't take somebody who wants to take control of their health and put a mound of sugar in front of them. We don't do it. They're both addicting. They're addicting. If you have an addictive behavior, addicting patterns, you need to break the addictions. It takes 3 days to break a sugar addiction. Only 3 days. Now, 21 days to break a habit, that's folklore. It takes 54 to 63 days to break a habit. But you can break sugar habit, the craving for sugar, in 3 days. 3 days. Why do you think I have a 3-day juice detox? Why? It's because it only takes 3 days. In 3 days, I can heal you from your sugar, 100%. All right, so let's talk about some of this discipline-driven stuff. A discipline-driven person has these kind of words associated with them. Write these down. They are intentional. They are intentional. They make conscious choices on the what they want. They are intentional. They are on purpose. Number 2, they are on purpose. That's the why. They know the reason and the objective of their choices. They know the why. They are on purpose. You are so skillful. That's the how. You do it at the best of your ability at that moment. You are skillful. You are skillful. Say, I am skillful. I am on purpose, and I am intentional. Those 3 things, yes. Wave your hand and shake your head and do that little dancey dance. Yes. But you know what a default person is? They're impulsive. They're undisciplined in their emotions. They are impulsive. Why do you think they have those things at the ends of the aisles and at that checkout area? They are tempestuous. They are tempestuous. A default-driven person is on autopilot. They wake up and get back into that hamster cage, and they go round and round and round and round. They just go from one activity to the other without being mindful. They are undisciplined, and they do not stop to pause. They don't stop to look at the consequences. They are resistant. Are you resistant? Are you resistant? Are you undisciplined with your comfort? Discipline takes you somewhere. Default takes you somewhere too. But the only difference is discipline takes you in control of yourself and where you're going. And when you use default as your pilot, you're going to be out of control. So right now, make the decision, that one-time decision. This one-time decision is going to be a lifetime decision every day. Every day, my friends, we get to reset. And with each opportunity that comes in front of us, we have the opportunity to reset and make a new choice. Everything comes down to choices. Now, when you're habitually doing something over and over again, those choices are going to be much easier. Not going down that chip aisle, not stopping at the yodels, not looking at those donuts that are buy one, get one free, right? Or the samplers, the endless slamplers, the endless slamming people of samplers when you go like to a Costco. And, oh, it's free, let's have some. Or you go to a buffet. Oh, it's a buffet. I paid $26 for it. I'm getting my money's worth. Or it's only $9.99. I am going to rake that in. No. You still need to be mindful. You still need to make decisions based on your choices, on what your goals are, and what your decision was. Is this helping? Yes or yes? Good. All right. So when we are flying ourselves out of control, when we use that default as our control, we lose sight of what our goals were. You need to have a sticky note that wakes you up in the morning, and it says GIA. Gratitude, intention, affirmation, action. What do you want? I have used many different things from charts and graphs and all kinds of stuff in my group. You guys have all that. If you're not using it, you're letting your default take over. versus set patterns and things that will show you. Because when you can see what you're doing, you will make changes. Absolutely, 100%. There's great apps out there for you guys who are out on Facebook. There's amazing apps out there that you can plug into that will chart you. But you want to know the simplest, easy thing that I have found for my clients? I use a system called Food Freedom, and I have Food Freedom Photography. You say that 10 times fast. Food Freedom Photography. Every time you're going to drink something, every time you're going to eat something, take a picture of it. I don't care if it's 3 chips, 3 peanuts, or the bag of chips that's sitting on your lap. Take a picture of it. At the end of the day, look at it because it's time stamped. You're going to see if you're emotional eating, if you're triggered because you need something crunchy, if you're bored, if you need salt, if you're low in magnesium or protein or fat. That's where the health coach comes in, and I can show you maybe why you're eating these things, because at the cellular level, your body is craving these things. So if that's what you're finding, if that's what's happening, then that's a whole nother story. But I'm going to share with you that that is definitely something that can be taken care of. So I'm going to give you some science-backed ways to bust out of your workout routine, out of the rut that you're in, whether it's your eating or whatever it is. These things will help you no matter what. Specifically, I'm here for my people who have been, you know what, I've been working out for a year with her, I'm getting a little slack, or this is my first 8 weeks and I just can't get into it. Or this is your second time, wherever you are. If you've been finding that you can't find 17 minutes in your day to work out for you, I'm going to say something that I don't think I've ever really said. Because I don't really like to put a negative thought down, but friggin' shame on you if you can't find 17 minutes out of 24 hours. Is that right or right? Am I being a little bit too harsh? Thank you. You know what? Sometimes I need to be a little harsh. You guys, 17 minutes. There's so many ways to get your 17 minutes. Of course, I love the bands, right? I love the bands because we just did a workout and I was sweating and it wasn't even cardio day. Sometimes when we're on the mat, people are like, I am so sweaty. We bring up the cardio, and I want to just talk about that, but I just want to say, 17 minutes doing a HIIT does not mean jumping and doing burpees. It doesn't. It doesn't mean running to the top of a mountain and rolling down. It doesn't. 17 minutes is 17 minutes. 10,000 steps, there's a lot of science behind 10,000 steps. When you do a 17-minute workout, you are halfway there. At least 30%. And if you are working at your highest potential, then that's all that happens. In 40 seconds, you need to work your hardest. So I'm really speaking towards my people here because I got them on one page and Facebook on the other. So I want to make sure that my people are served. Facebook, I'm here to serve you as well. So here's a couple of science-based backed things that will help you. Pump up your playlist. Do you know that we just pumped up our playlist? I asked the people in my group, what music do you want? Did I? I asked you what music do you want? Why? Because pumping up your playlist, turning into tunes that get you thumping and pushing, they make you feel happy. They make you feel more energetic. They give you a more efficient workout. So pump up your music. Research has shown that an optimal tempo in your workout music between 125 to 140 beats per minute will help you to have a better, faster, more optimized workout. 125 to 140 for those of you who are taking notes. Mine typically are between 125 to 135. 140 is going a little bit faster, especially when you're on your feet. That's more like a cycling or a running type of a thing. All right, I'm talking running. Grab a workout buddy. Now, if you're in my group, I encourage everybody to get workout buddies throughout this. I have some people that text me when they're coming, when they can't come. You know, I have a very personal relationship with every one of the members. We're just under 100. I know everybody who's in the group. I know personal things. We know personal things. We are a tribe. We share the good, the bad, the ugly, the happy, and the sad. And that is important. Having an accountability buddy is so vitally important. It has been shown through research to give you a whooping 200% increase in hitting your goals. Those are good odds, 200%. Do interval training in your workout. What is interval training? It's when you go slow and then you go fast. You go slow and you go fast, right? It's also called HIIT, high intensity interval training, all right? And so we do that. In 4 rounds, I usually will do the first 2 really getting great form. You don't know that's why I'm doing it for you. You're getting really great form. And then the second and third round, and the third and fourth round, we're adding a little speed to it. If you have it, if you're ready for it. Why? Because you got your form down. Now we can get that cardio up. And we go 40 seconds and 20 seconds. Or for those of you who are more fit, you go straight through. You plow it. So you have the opportunity to optimize your time based on your fitness level. Hey, if you're in a chair, you can still do these workouts. The fourth thing is go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Look up. Touch the ground. Pull some roots. You can do bleachers. You can walk your dog. You can kick a ball with your kids. You can jump in a pool. You can ride a bike. You can do hopscotch. You can do so many things. Go outside. Hey, if you need some work, I'm going to be putting a beach back in my backyard. Anybody who's local who wants to help wheelbarrow the sand back to the back, I'll have lunch for you. All right, so get outside. Do something fun. Do some gardening. Help a neighbor. Help somebody move. Do something more than just that basic going to the gym or doing a fitness class online. Do more for yourself. Add some energized other choices. It's not a one and a done. There's not a one size fits all. All right, you guys, you ready for this one? Be time efficient. Doing workouts online is super time efficient. You know why? Because you don't have to shower, get ready, go to the, drive to your gym, do that whole thing, talk to people, and then come back. They've actually shown that a 60-minute at the gym is equal to 30 minutes at home. 17 minutes on the bands is equal to 30-minute workout because it's a linear activated. You do dual activation by the muscles that are holding it as well as the muscles that are actively engaged in the exercise, right? You felt that today when we were doing like the glides and slides and walking. You got one leg pushing, the other leg holding. It activates the entire thing. So boost your energy level and your desire for workout by being more time efficient because heck, we all want to do other things. I know everybody is not born just to work out. Not me either, okay? But I have been working out since I'm 7. It is definitely inbred in my DNA. Working out makes me feel good. If you're there saying, and you're listening to this right now, and you're out there in Zoom land or Facebook land or wherever I decide to post this when I'm all done, if you're saying you have too much pain, you can't work out, you're the exact person I'm talking to. I was in so much pain with 9 degenerate discs in my back, with osteoarthritis in my knees, with tendons and ligaments and muscle imbalances. Yeah, I had it all. I knew exactly what it feels like to be in pain. But eating particularly for an anti-inflammatory based body to lessen the fire inside your body and activate and strengthen your muscles is exactly what you need. We're going to talk about supersets. You want to perform supersets. So here's another science-backed way to get out of a workout rut. Do supersets. What's a superset? Well, anything with the name super in it, has got some intensity. So you want to do a repetitive muscle activation over and over again. By performing the similar type of muscle activation, you are able to get deeper, kind of burn through that muscle and activate, shred that muscle so that it gets stronger faster. And guys, that's why we do 4 sets 4 times in the same muscle group over and over and over again. We are doing supersets every time you do a workout with me. You are supersetting that muscle group. So you're welcome. Cross-train, we talked about that. Do other things. Do other things. I know Debbie on the line. She does aqua. These bands are ridiculous. I don't know if you brought these bands into the pool with you yet, Deb. These are absolutely, there's things that you could do because you have a flotation, you can float in the water. You can do so many things with noodles and these, doing push-ups on the wall and jumping and doing like a cheerleader spread, doing things on the stairs, jump ups and jump downs, which would be super hard on the ground so that you don't have any joint issues. Amazing, amazing, amazing. How about if we're going to change the way we activate our workouts, how about if we take a little focus on our nutrition? You cannot out-train a bad kitchen. You cannot out-train, actually, let me make that even simpler. You cannot out-train a bad shopping cart. If you have crap in your shopping cart and you bring it home, then you are putting what we just talked about at the very beginning. You're putting the devil right in front of you. And if you're going to tell me you have kids and you have to have those snacks, well, you can talk to my kids because every 2 weeks they were allowed to pick out one snack. It's just how we were. Did they eat the stuff outside the house? They did, but they knew it wasn't in my best interest to give it to them. So do you know that today when they go shopping in their colleges and in their apartments, they still don't buy crap. Every now and then they treat themselves and buy some stuff. That's it. They still eat the exact same way that I taught them. And they have access to buying whatever they want. And did they go a little crazy at the beginning? Of course they did. Who wouldn't? I gained 25 pounds in 3 months when I went to college. 25 pounds in 3 months. Went off the track team. And the dolphin shorts that we wore back in the 80s that they wear at Hooters, man, those things just grow with you. I had no idea that my legs and my booty were getting so big. I got called up at Gainesville, went to put on a pair of jeans, and I could not get them over my knees. Literally, I could not get them over my knees. My calves were too tight. I didn't have a lot of money, but I knew I needed a pair of jeans. So I go to the store, and the jeans, the next size jeans didn't fit. Go get another pair. The next size jeans didn't fit. I literally needed 3 sizes, which would equate to back then a size 14, 16. Now, I'm not body shaming anybody, but I was a good size 8, 9, 7, 8 right in there, right? I was an athlete, I was strong, I was 7, 8, 9. I did have big legs, but they weren't just big from being strong at this point, okay? Be honest with yourself. Look in the mirror without shaming yourself. Just say, am I as healthy as I can be? Am I where I want to be? So I said to myself, it took me 3 months to get here. I don't really have the money for these jeans that I'm not going to be wearing in 3 months. I knew if it took me 3 months to get there, it would take me 3 months to undo it. So anybody who's on my call from the reset, if you've fallen out and you've gained weight over the last 8 or 16 weeks, it will take you 8 or 16 weeks to get back into shape. That's it. 8 or 16 weeks. And that's not forever. And then from there, you just keep going. And can you have that decadent chocolate oozing lava every now and then? Yes. If you do it once a week, it's okay. Or just taste it. You don't have to have the whole thing or the whole pie. But if that is a weakness for you, you don't bring it in. When you go to dessert with friends, you taste it. You just taste it. There's a lot of great things, and I have a lot of recipes that will give you answers to your sweet tooth that are healthy for you. Let's do things that are healthy for us. Your nutrition cannot outbeat, a bad nutrition cannot outbeat your fitness program, but 17 minutes can work. And you know what is the worst part? The hardest part, if you're not getting enough hydration, and the second one is sleep. If you are tired all the time, you're not going to be able to get optimal workout. You're going to be too tired, too sluggish. It's so easy to just hit that snooze factor. Oh, or I'll work out later. How many of you say, well, I can't get to 7:30 because it's too early? You know what? 7:30 is not too early. It was too early until today. 7:30 is not too early. Go to bed earlier. How bad do you want your health? How bad do you want your health? How bad do you want to get back into shape? 7:30 is not too easy. It's not too early. It's not. 4:30 might be a little too early if you're out in California, but 7:30 is not. It's not. So you need to have enough sleep. If you're too tired, you can't wake up. I get that. If you're not sleeping well, you need some help with that. I've got some answers for that. You just have to jump in and either hire me on the outside or put a question on the wall. I got some solutions for you for that. You've got to have enough sleep, and you have to have quality sleep. Especially us women who are in their 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. Sometimes our bladders just don't want to hang out through the night. We have to wake up several times. I get that. So there's definitely ways that we can support that, and I will help you with that as well. So if you have a little incontinence issue or you're getting up during the night because you have to pee all the time, you guys, on Facebook or on YouTube, then you want to definitely make sure you have the majority of your water early enough. So you want to have your 32 ounce, I use a 32 ounce bottle of water. It's not even here. I'm just going to drink out of this water right now. Hang on. I drink my first 32 ounces by 10 o'clock in the morning. I drink my second 32 ounces by 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I finish my 32 ounces by 5 o'clock. You want to not drink within a half hour of your eating because it dilutes the digestive juices and tears down your digestion and your breakdown so that you don't have the right absorption of the minerals, vitamins, and amino acids that are in your foods. If you don't get the right nutrition, guess what? You're back to being hungry, cravings all the time. So I shared with my group that I was having these crazy cravings for peanut butter and chocolate for like a week. If you guys heard me talk about that, like for a week. And on day 3, I noticed it. On day 4, I was like, well, I have this. I'm just going to finish it. But I did look up why I was having. I did finish. I went for 7 days. I told myself I could have 7 days, so I did. But on the 7th day, I went back in, or on the 5th day, I started back in my magnesium. I started having more fat. I was noticing that I needed more fat and I needed more protein. So the chocolate was giving me the energy that I wasn't getting from protein. And the peanut butter was giving me energy that I wasn't getting from enough fat fullness, right? And so what I noticed was I needed more protein, I needed more fat. So I went back into my crazy decadent foods that I was eating before and not being lazy, I'll use that word, too busy to be able to have that preparation in my refrigerator. As soon as I did that, went back on my magnesium, checked on my hydration, went to sleep on time. By the 7th day, I did not need my chocolate and my peanut butter. And it was already gone, but I didn't need it. Me and my daughter finished it just like that. But I didn't need it, and I still don't need it. I have no desire for it. If you're having craving, it's because your body is asking for something. Cravings are because you're at the cellular level, you're missing something. It could be something so simple. It could be something so simple. So you want to make sure that you're mobilizing, that you are activating, that you are not stressing yourself. So many people go on the treadmill or on a bicycle and they'll do like hours of work. They'll ride their bike or go to a cycle class for an hour every day. They'll go on the treadmill for 45 minutes. That's actually been shown to add more cortisol to your body, which leads to more body fat in your belly area, by the way. Just saying. So those of you who are trying, or you go in the opposite end of it and you go into complete diet mode and calorie deficit. Now, losing weight is definitely a calorie deficit, right? Calories in, calorie out, more energy is expressed during your workout versus what you were doing before is definitely going to burn more fat, right? But there's a way to activate and burn more fat storage, which I have shared and will continue to share in my private coaching and on my groups. Or if you want to go over to my YouTube channel at PowHERbands and just look up powHERbands, PowHERbands, or Becca T-Von Fit, anywhere on social media, you will find me. But I am sharing those simple tools and tactics on my YouTube as well. That's really basically it. I mean, you got to have a trainer, somebody who can inspire you, teach you, lead you to stay engaged. You've got to make sure that you stay engaged. And another thing that I want to say is When you wake up, you do your Gia. When you get out of bed, make your bed. Like there are certain patterns. My private clients and my members, you have been given protocols for your morning to activate a successful day. If you activate your successful morning magic, you will have a higher propensity for a successful day. And one of the other things I want to share is have an active rest day. Allow yourself to do absolutely nothing. Allowing yourself to just relax, go to the beach, and not have to take that power walk. It doesn't always have to be about health. I want you to enjoy this ride fully. And I'd like to share with you a couple of things that have helped me personally when I was in a rut and I wanted to activate. These things helped me in an instant. They always do. I still use them. Besides the things that I've already shared with you, which are science-based, I don't know if there's any science behind this, but I go shopping. I go shopping. I buy myself a new outfit. Now, it may not be new sneakers, new bottoms, and a new top, but I assure you that I feel good in what I'm putting on. I want to look pretty. I want to feel, like I'll buy a poppy color because it makes me feel happy. If you're always wearing browns and blacks and grays and you're feeling poopy, you're not going to feel excited. Look at what I'm wearing here, and then we'll just put this on. Woohoo! Right? Right there is happy. Happy, happy, happy. So there's colors. There's a lot of science behind colors. What color makes you feel happy? I want you to buy a pillow, buy a candle, buy a top that is that color. Buy a pen, a marker, buy some paper. Do it. Have that color around you and activate with that color. Another thing is really fun is I pick up magazines. You're talking about $1.99 to $6.99 for a magazine. Read about other people in your age bracket who have gone through exactly what you're going through, right? Look at their successes, where they started, where they ended. I have my people take their pictures. If you did not take your pictures and you're in my group, shame on you. If you're not feeling happy about what you look like, you're not going to change if you don't take that picture, because with this, we build muscle. You're not going to see that scale slide as fast as you're going to see your belt loop slide. You've got to take your before pictures. It is 200% going to bring you to the finish line a whole lot faster. I give you lots of recipes if you're in my group. But if you're gluten-free, there's magazines for gluten-free. There's websites for gluten-free. Download one recipe that you're going to do this week. My group, they get one recipe per week that they're supposed to try. One recipe per week. Eat Clean magazine in 15 minutes. I'm going to say 17. I like to do it in 17. You can do so much in 17 minutes to prepare yourself. I love Oprah. Woohoo! I'm going to shout out to Oprah right here. Love Oprah. These little magazines from Prevention, I don't know how much they are. I think they're like $4.99. Loaded, this entire thing, loaded with amazing plant-powered recipes. Easy, easy peasy. Of course, you have the internet, but you've got to take activation. You have to take control of it. You have to take responsibility of it. First and foremost, you need to move that default to discipline. You need to make that decision. When you make your decision, you're 100% going to hit it. Why? It is a solid decision. It's not an iffy decision. It's not an inspiration. It's not a motivation. It is a decision. So if you're ready to make the decision, you have been given, especially if you're in my group, you've been given things to sign for yourself, an oath, right? I want you to read it. If you've signed it before, sign it again. And this time, write down what your decision and your why is, and your how is, your what and your where. I want you to get down to the nitty-gritty of what you're going to do, the days you're going to do it, the times you're going to do it, and what you're going to be doing. I think I said that one already. How you're going to do it, where you're going to be doing it. Hey, Debbie, if it's in the pool, awesome. If I don't see you every day, poo for me. But you guys also have the opportunity to do these workouts on replay. So no matter what you're doing, double dip. double dip. You really want to get to that end result faster, double dip. Double dip. There's nothing like a good 17 minutes to kick you in the butt and get you moving. All right, you guys, if you have any questions in this call, jump onto our private Facebook group page and drop them down. I know I must have given you a lot of information and a lot of ideas. Your heads are probably just going, woohoo! I'm going to hang up from Facebook. I don't know if I can hang up from Facebook, can I? Stop live stream. Bye, Facebook. And I'm going to hang out with you guys. All right, so you can come out of the Zoom if you have some specific questions that you might have for yourself. We are still on recording though.
I just want to say thanks, Becca. I kind of started back on my intermittent fasting 3 days ago, got rid of all the junk in my house. So I'm getting there. But I did miss your workout this morning because I woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning with the worst like allergy attack, coughing my brains out. Stayed up, had to take my Claritin and all that stuff. I went back to bed and I slept till 7:40, and I was like, oh my God, I've never slept that late ever. And I was like, 7:40, oh my God. So I will be doing your replay today before I go out and do my things today. So
good. You know what? You were very disciplined before Thanksgiving. Then it got a little bit wishy-washy at that. You're not the only one, Debbie. I will never do that again. Gina, you're new to the group. I was still like learning how and figuring out how to move forward with all this. And I was afraid I was going to get burnt out. So I gave everybody access to recordings and figured December, who's going to really be showing up? Well, I was so wrong. Our group was so ready to still stay showing up. So we will never be given a break like that again. I mean, there's definitely times where I may need to take and just say hit a replay or whatever. If there's some family emergency or something, you will always have access. You always have access to workouts now. So I mean, we have safe ground. And what people are telling me, you know, I'm the one who cuts it, so it doesn't feel the same to me. But people are saying it feels like they're at a live workout when they go to the workout because I'm there, I'm greeting them, and you know, we're doing the whole thing. So I hope you guys are enjoying that aspect. A lot of people in our group have been going, which was really something that I didn't want. I didn't want replays. I wanted live. I wanted community. I wanted us together. I wanted us knowing each other. We have missed a little bit of that because of the replays. A lot of people, Gina's one of those that does. And Gina, I see you back there. I see your numbers. You're like #1 on the replay, baby girl. I know that it's more convenient for people, and we're going to be able to help more people by having the replays. So it was a balance of community and helping more people. And I know that the people who want community will make it their destination to be at the lives, and those who just want the workouts will be there. And so we'll be able to help both people at the same time, and that's a good thing. It wasn't where my mind was, but it's evolution of mind and thinking. You guys, thank you so much for helping me to evolve, because you know, we get stuck in our own thought patterns. I do too. You know, I'm going to do this. This is how I'm going to do it. This is the way to do it. So I'm glad you're back. It's good to see you back. You had vacations. We have all these things that can get in the way, but these things pack up. They're portable. You could take them on hikes. You could take them in lakes. I had somebody actually, I went on a boat and they had these bands. They brought their bands on the boat because they didn't get to work out in the morning. They literally worked out on the boat. I don't know if I would have done that, but yeah, okay. Shannon, do you have anything to say? Gina, anything to share?
I just want to thank you for the food freedom photography. I really like that. That's something that I'm going to start doing. So thank you so much for that. And the technical question, we were talking about I think it was 6 different things you named. Pump up your playlist, grab a workout buddy. But I missed what number 3 was. I got go outside.
The interval training. Make sure that you're adding some hits, some high activation, as well as so you're getting your heart muscle pumped.
Okay.
So HIIT workouts, interval training, will burn fat faster.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Those people who do HIIT training or spin cycling and they don't do any muscle, they actually lose muscle mass, right? Because the body will start to eat away at the muscle. Gina, what's happening, girl? Come on out. Hi.
I'm actually working while I'm listening to this.
Oh, you are. Okay, I'm sorry. Don't come on out.
Now that's fine. I'm at home working, but you know.
So good to see you. So good to see
Not,
you.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to my replay yet today, but I will.
It's there waiting for you. It is there. Hey, you guys, I just want to let you all know also, this is the last week for the discount on the retreat. If you're thinking about coming to the retreat, you guys have, it's already discounted and you guys have an extra $200 off. So it's my 11-day program sandwiched in between a 3-day retreat where we are going to be doing juicing and, sisterhood. I've got amazing speakers. I don't think I think it every time. I just fall in love with the people. God just drops everybody the way they're supposed to be dropped. It is going to be, if you want to take yourself to another level, like I'm really looking forward to this for me as well. We have people that have ancestral curse that speak on and clear ancestral curse. We all have it. Sorry, it's if you don't know what it is your grandmother's grandmother did it. And it is through our DNA. Everything transmits through energy and sticks through. And it is maybe our awakening that is able to break through those ancestral curses. So we have somebody there. We have somebody talking about and doing palm reading, not palm reading that you would think of, but it's a DNA palm reading. And I've had her at a couple of my retreats in the past. I've turned her on to clients who she has no knowledge of, doesn't know what they look like, doesn't know anything about them. All they do is they send their palm and she tells them stuff that is true about things that they've done, things that they've said, people that they've crossed paths with, where they are in their life, things that it's just ridiculous. So she's going to be there. We have some amazing speakers. So I just want to let you guys know about that as well. And if you want any information on that, it's on our wall. So blessings, Gina, your daughter is beautiful. I just want to say goodbye to everybody and have the best day ever. Bye. Best day ever. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming.